Geno, at the end of the Villanova game, I was watching Dorka try to move, and she didn't look like she was hobbling. I don't know what kind of treatment she got in the 36 hours between games, but it had to hurt, and for her to do what she did tonight, what does that say about her?
Well, Dorka's kind of been, beat up since, September. She hasn't been 100% since September. And sometimes it's worse than others. And, she hardly ever practices. So, I think after Friday, I just think she had a better matchup tonight too, where she had somebody that she needed to guard in the low post and then have to chase people around the perimeter. So I just think it was a better matchup all the way around, and she just looked better, felt better and looked better and played a whole lot better.
With Aaliyah also responding after having not much of an impact on Wednesday, what did you see from her tonight to get off on a better foot?
I told these guys, our post players, they'd all be averaging 20 if they just made half their layups, right? The uncontested ones especially. And I said the hard part's getting those, and they usually come if you work really hard on offensive rebounding. So in the Villanova game, we had 2 offensive rebounds. I think 1 by Kristen and 1 by Nika. That's embarrassing, right? So, I think they took that to heart, and we worked really, really, really hard and won the rebound battle tonight. Against a team that was, obviously not easy to rebound against. But Aaliyah can impact the game like she did tonight, every game. She just has to choose to. She just has to get herself ready to. And hopefully she can give us something like tonight every night. We're going to need it again on Sunday.
Geno, was there a lack of size the reason that you just pounded the ball down inside there and drove into the lane so much, or did you just want to get your post players going?
I think it was a matter of, last time we played them, they hurt us a lot inside, Their big kid really had a field day against us. And I thought that best way to counter that was to go at her and make her play defense, both their post players. So we wanted to start the game and do that as much as we could, and those two worked great together.
Geno, do you see Aaliyah being in a place where she can impact a stretch of games like she started to around this time last year? She was really so key for you guys down the stretch last year.
Yeah, well, that's what you plan for, and that's what's unbelievably frustrating is, you don't get the same kids showing up every night, so all your plans go to waste, so if you can go into every game knowing this is what we're going to get from Aaliyah, and it doesn't have to be 20 every night, but if we know we're going to get double figures, and she's going to play great defense and get 10 rebounds, whatever the case may be, and just have an impact defensively, that makes us a different team, especially the teams we're going to have to beat, later on in the season for sure.
When you do lose a game like the other night, do you make it a point of emphasis that, we haven't lost back-to-back games in whatever it is, 29 years, I guess. Is that something that you stress with them? Don't be the first to do that?
No. They would have lost a long time ago if I did that. They would be scared shitless. No. I don't think I've ever brought that up. Ever. I never brought up the win streak in the conference. Never brought up, when we were going through that 111 thing, I never counted for them. We just came to practice yesterday, and all we talked about was how bad our effort was Friday night and how Villanova outplayed us in every phase of the game. Every. every, from coaching down to the managers. They were better than us at everything. And we just needed to turn that around. It had no mention at all of the other stuff, I don't like to mention it around Jamel anyway, because she was on that team, and she says that if she would have started, we wouldn't have lost 2 in a row. So I'd never bring it up when she, especially when she's around.
Do you have a certain MO for bouncing back from a loss or coaching after a loss?
It used to be that guys were pissed. That was the number one reason. We had established a culture here where losing became kind of like, I don't even know how to describe it. It was just something that just was totally out of the realm of possibility, that we're just not going to lose. And that when we did lose, I think the players were, if we ever did lose, they were genuinely I never had to say anything because the practices the next day were some of the most intense practices I've ever seen in my life after every loss. And then the game after that was usually one of our best games. Anymore, I don't know if that's still the case, but I know for however many years, 20-some years, however long it's been, guys take losing really hard in Connecticut. I hope that never goes away.
Geno, Jim Clark from Women's Hoops World. You kind of slid by it and you said, yeah, we kind of charged into the lane. I think we probably saw more drives into the lane in this game than any five others. How did you make that happen? How did you finally get across to them that they could do that?
Well, the way, first of all, the way Depaul guarded us, it gave us opportunities to get to the rim. Right? They were so aggressive on the perimeter, so aggressive. So there were opportunities to go. The second part is, we played 4 guards a lot, so that means that one of their big guys sometimes was caught on one of our guards. So we just made that a concerted effort that the more they press against us, the more we need to go by them. And then, it was a couple really set plays that I wanted to get Kristen going. And I felt that she could beat her man and get into the lane and finish, and she did,
But hasn't that been true for Kristen most of the year?
Hey, truth is fleeting, It's out there someplace, and every once in a while it lands on you. I don't know. What do you want me to tell you? Today, just, there were opportunities there, and we kind of stressed the opportunities today.
Geno, it's been 8 weeks since Paige's surgery. She's still in a brace during the game. How close is she? Are you confident she'll be able to play at all this season? What's the status update on her?
She has the brace for a reason, but she's been doing more and more things every day. So she's running more. She's doing more basketball stuff on the court, but it just doesn't involve a lot of cutting. So it's more just stand still or just moving this way. There's not a lot of this. So each and every day there's something that, we try to add. What does that mean? Well, there's been no setbacks. So if everything goes, I asked her yesterday, I said, when are you going to play? And she said, when I'm ready. I said, when are you going to be ready? She said, I'll let you know when I'm ready. Athletes know their own bodies, They know when they're ready. she could say, I'm ready, and the doctor say, no, you're not. Or the doctor could say, you're ready to go, and she'll go, no, I'm not. You know, each individual, you know, they know their body. Do I think she's going to play this year? I do. I do. I do. I do. I really do. I'm not just hoping either. I think she's going to play.
Geno, I assume Caroline and Olivia remain day-to-day?
Yeah. Yeah. You know, one of the bad things about having a game every other day is you know, you don't get a chance to get healthy. You know, after the Sunday, yeah, we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then we play Friday. It's the first stretch, you know, that we've had in a month and a half where we've had that. So we'll come out tomorrow, see how they feel. Then Sunday at shoot-around, we'll see how they feel. And then we'll go from there.
Can you talk about your defensive effort to hold Depaul to 60?
Yeah, you know, they're not an easy team to defend, you know. And they helped a little bit. You know, they didn't shoot the ball great, but they shoot from the three-point line. 7 for 31. So, yeah, they go on these streaks, you know. Well, they'll make 8 or 9 in a row. So, yeah, we played great defense, and they helped by missing. And then we helped by rebounding the ball and not giving them second, third, and fourth opportunities. I told the kids, I told the team, I thought this was as good a game as we played at both ends, you know, complete game, you know, throughout the season, up to this point in the season.